player inside, but she gets her first basket in this game from 3. Berger takes it in, and a blocking foul called on Grimes. Right now.
Very patient bringing their offense, Tennessee Tech. Nice move.
All the way to the hoop. Grace Berger, all Big Ten selection for availability. We may not see her today. Grace Berger trying to build on this 6-0 run. And yes, 8-0 run for Indiana after they had missed 8 shots in a row.
Tennessee Tech getting good looks. Ball's not falling right now, but them getting really nice looks.
Yeah. Berger off the ball screen.
Beautiful. Just
41% from 3, but only 22 attempts this year. Here she gets a good seam to the basket. That is her game.
When you put a challenge in front of a player like
late in this season, counting on her and starting in place of Rebecca Mikulashikova late here. Hand in her face, and Grace Berger does that.
Oh, look, Grace Berger is heating up for a foul. I don't know, but it was a dramatic shot that falls. They just need to get a couple stops, but Indiana keeps coming down the pipe, knocking in Grace Berger on the sideline and giving them an offensive set.
Berger, that's the shot they needed to try and settle things down, but Ohio State
0 for 6 from the floor for Berger. Finally, her first basket of the day.
Berger's like, I'm going to score if it's the last thing.
All day, it has not been nearly as much of a burden as it was for the Spartan opponent yesterday. Nebraska. Berger with the shot and the foul.
Henshin Holmes gets on the block when she catches Dave.
McNeil on the drive. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Berger to let fly. Got it to go.
Grace Berger loves the mid-range game
players, but she was actually the MVP of that boys league. She said that's where she gets a little bit of her swagger from, her toughness from, and she said she finally had to switch over to girls basketball when it was getting too tough. She has retained some of that tough.
Indiana has won 14 straight games. Berger is sweeping into the paint. And 2.
Man, she's tough, huh?
Yes. Berger again. To her right and 2 more.
Man, she's really good for a guard in terms.
We've said it before, you have to pick your poison.
Berger knocks in a 3.
Berger gets McNeil just stayed down on Brown's fake as well.
Berger starts, rolls it off the backboard.
Just that change of speed is what got her open.
4th team foul in the quarter. 1 more, and Indiana's shooting free throws the rest of the way. And drops.
The conference this year, Stephanie, is that not only are we talking about player of the year in the conference, but national player of the year. She's in that conversation as Berger gets the and 1 to start off the scoring for the Hoosiers.
They're unselfish, and they are just a tough cover.
Berger with a lot of pressure, and it still falls through the shooting. Falling forward again in the post.
And when you think about losing Mikulashikova and J.C. Sheldon, when we're talking about nearly 25 points a ball game, we're talking about what these players do on the defensive end of the floor.
Goes into the post to Holmes, evaluates, almost loses it. It is Berger for 3. Only 7 of 14 coming.
18 a game over the last 3 for IU. First year Oregon transfer on the floor. Berger counted on the foul. An 8-game winning streak. They have a couple of wins over top 10 teams, as does Indiana, as Berger lays it in. And she really wanted an and 1 there from Talisa there for Iowa. They started the game 3 for 5. They've since gone 0 for 8 from downtown. Berger spins it in off the window. And Berger Berger is up to 13. Told us today she feels blessed to be coaching in this era of Big Ten women's basketball.
Hey, I feel blessed sitting here watching it.
Berger blesses Indiana with a deep two. Clark, a contested three, well defended by Moore McNeil. Berger puts it down.
Wins last week, kind of shaking up the standings. Indiana saying we want to create some separation at the top. If they're going to do that, it'll come from Grace Berger and company.
Yeah, she...
A pass intercepted by Berger. All the way with the left hand. By Carter, and now Holmes on the perimeter. Looks for Parrish. Good ball pressure and denial from Schmeichel. Berger forced to drive, step back, and fire. Yeah, that's no problem for her.
Berger, baseline, shakes her defender and leaves it in.
What a move by...
From Genesis Bryant for Illinois. There's a little 7-0 run here, has vaulted them up by 9. Grace Berger trying to provide a quick answer to that, and she does.
Yeah, that's a big bucket for the Hoosiers there. Grace.
And now both teams feeling each other out. Now they have a handle on the other. Makira Cook on Grace Berger. Great body control there from Berger, and she delivers.
Yeah, Berger now with 9 points.
Shauna Green sharing some words with Maggie Tiemann earlier as well, trying to talk things over, understand some calls as Grace Berger turns around and hits the J.
They got to get her going. Only 5 attempts from the field for her. That's her 4th point. Berger drives. Bad perimeter defense leads to easy lanes for the guards to get through.
Ball game with some tough shots being made both ways. Berger on the baseline. Rattles it in.
Grace Berger is back.
With these older players in Grace Berger and Mackenzie Holmes. Berger now going up for 2, and she's got it. 14 points on the board for Indiana.
The strength
goes up for 2, rolls out. Unlucky break there for Sydney Wood.
They've had a couple of those layups in a row just roll off, have Northwestern.
Indiana pushing the pace. Grace Berger mid-range. She loves that shot.
Yeah, one of the best mid-range.
Sure. Their zone hands it off to Scalia. Will go in, bounce to Berger, fake, up, and in.
A Grace Berger special. The off-ball movement is spectacular.
So they inbound it to Berger. Berger working down low, goes with the layup, and there's good for 2.
Yeah, there's that old school basketball, backing someone down as a... He had 10 points, knocked down a couple of threes in the loss to Boston College. Berger, spin cycle to the baseline, pull-up jumper, good. Grace Berger's second bucket of the game, 16-8 Indiana.
Some stuff inside the arc on the next couple of possessions to get their offense running.
Berger with the basketball, screen from another transfer, that's Alyssa Geary out of Providence, and Berger's 3-ball is good. Berger's got all 7 points, she's looking like... Louise first points of the ball game. Grace Berger, nice pass out to Caitlin Peterson for 3, not quite. Offensive rebound right into the hands of Grace Berger, and she puts the 2 back into the hole.
Missed box out by Vermont, led to
behind the back pass to Grace Berger, driving down low, back out to Moore McNeil for 3. Oh, not quite. I think that would have brought the house down, but back out to Berger, who gets the offensive board and puts it back for 2.
Indiana's ball
for Parrish. Parrish gets into Scalia off the roll. Crisp pass inside of the elbow for Berger. Berger spins to her right hand. The floater is good.
First basket for Grace Berger. Really stays in bounds as she catches it. Now right side for Berger. Takes a pass inside for Geary, 12 to shoot. Berger, pull-up jumper, good. You will not find a smoother mid-game. Hoosier basketball, Peterson on the right wing, bounces to the baseline for Holmes. Shot fake, drive, Berger has it, and she lays it in. If Indiana only plays 30 games, which is big, corner guard zone. Our zone, bounce pass on the baseline to Berger. Berger spins past her defender, gets to her right-handed, scores. And a timeout called by Indiana, 30 seconds.